A farmer's job is no easy job. At times, they discover something shocking underneath something incredible and find something unexpectedly weird. Let's take a look at some of these unbelievable discoveries made by farmers. Tiny dinosaur. Could it be that these are the offspring of the long-necked dinosaurs that we know as sauropods? A woman, while strolling in the forest, came across these tiny dinosaurs that were passing by her. Baffled by the encounter, she managed to record these tiny dinosaur-resembling creatures. Theoretically, they could be anything from them being some extra-dimensional beings to dinosaur eggs that somehow hatched after being frozen for millennia. Seeing something like this looks like it's something straight out of a Jurassic Park movie, but these are actually a species of mammal called coatis. Mastodon bones. While digging along a 22-mile Kent County road to install a drainage pipe, the construction crew unearthed a huge series of bones, which at first was thought to be dinosaur bones. Upon closer examination by researchers from the University of Michigan, they were found to be belonging to a prehistoric animal known as a mastodon. Mastodons are an extinct species of hairy, elephantine mammals that have resemblance similar to that of a woolly mammoth, but are smaller in size. 2 sets of the bones were found and are believed to be of juvenile males, as typically around the age of 12 to 13, they are kicked out of their herd. Crocodile-buffalo hybrid. It sounds unnatural to imagine a baby that is part crocodile and part buffalo. A bizarre and deformed calf was born in a local village in Thailand. What was peculiar about the calf was that it had scaly reptilian skin resembling that of a crocodile. It was largely speculated to be the product of a crocodile and a buffalo, but the poor fella was only suffering from bad skin. It even became a wild sensation, with people coming from a long way to catch just one glimpse. The farmer's family considered this unusual buffalo to be a lucky charm, but unfortunately, their lucky charm passed away just hours after it was born. Piglet with a monkey face. This monkey-faced piglet, born on a farm in Jujin in Guizhou Province, China, baffled everyone. The mutant piglet appeared to have a monkey's head with a small snout and a protruding lower jaw. Don't worry, it wasn't a result of an unnatural cross or an unfortunate lab experiment that went wrong. The baby is naturally born like this. It was born with a litter of 14 other piglets, and all of the siblings were completely fine, except for this one. It couldn't even feed on its own, and required the assistance of the owner in feeding. Look at it, drinking from a baby bottle. Angry billy goat. It looks as if this billy goat had some serious issues. A farm owner in Argentina was left with a serious shock after this goat with human features was born. The goat had disturbingly protruding eyes and puckered lips that gave him quite an angry facial expression. The locals immediately panicked and called the police, referring to him as a demon. Did they want to get the goat arrested? He wasn't even drinking any milk, and when the owner tried to feed him some milk with a spoon, his health deteriorated, and just 3 hours after he was born, the angry billy goat passed away. Chupacabra-like creature. A family in Texas claims to have caught a living chupacabra on their farm. According to them, the mythical creature was wandering on their property when they planned to catch it. For those who don't know what a chupacabra is, it's basically a mythical monster who preys on livestock by biting the neck and sucking out blood. After the footage made rounds on social media, people speculated it to be a hairless bear cub. The family has plans to keep it until a zoologist identifies it, as they had been feeding it cat food and corn. Two-legged lamb. Now, this entry is heartbreaking and adorable at the same time. Meet this beautiful baby goat born at a farm in southwest China's Yunnan province. It is a disabled goat that was born with only 2 legs. But that didn't break the remarkable kid's spirit, as she learned to walk on her 2 legs, and look at her now, walking happily with her fellows. The walk is a little impeding, but it didn't hold back this spiritful fella. She has been walking since the day she was born. The best thing was that the owner cared for her like all his other goats, and is raising her with love. Infestation of mice. For farmers, something like this to happen is surely a terrible nightmare. A farmer from New South Wales discovered a massive infestation of mice around his property, with the situation so critical that the mice destroyed most of the crops and the grain in the storage. The mice plague wreaked havoc across numerous farms in the area, resulting in staggering amounts of losses, costing tens of millions. Pest control were called in, and even they were overwhelmed by the huge amount of mice that were found everywhere in the area. Boars in cornfield. Aside from the mice, boars are also known to be bad for crops, and sometimes even livestock. For instance, a farmer from Nowe Světle, Czech Republic, uploaded a video in September 2017 showing wild pigs that appeared from the crops while the harvester was reaping them. One of the farmers managed to follow the trail of boars using a drone and spotted them inside, tearing down crops in another farm field. Annually, boars are known to cause several billions of dollars worth of damage to farmers around the world. Hairless chimpanzees. Imagine how buff this chimpanzee would be if it were taught how to work out. Jumbo is a hairless chimpanzee in England that was found by a farmer in the countryside. Once the news of this rare chimpanzee reached scientists, they reported that it suffers from alopecia. Alopecia is a genetic medical condition that results in hair loss. He is undergoing a routine health check for its condition, along with an enlarged neck gland, and is known to be the alpha male in the group of chimpanzees. Two-headed calf. This female calf with two heads was born on a farm in northeastern Gomati district of India. Most considered it to be a case of a birth deformity, but it's rather an extremely rare condition called polycephaly. It is when the animal has fused skulls, two sets of eyes, mouths, and ears. After a thorough investigation by a local veterinarian, it was revealed that the state this calf was born in launched a scheme where the cattle were artificially inseminated in an attempt to have a boost in milk production of female calves that were to be born. Dinosaur carcass discovered. Either this is a huge dragon or a dinosaur, or perhaps both. A video that was posted anonymously in September 2016 shows a dinosaur-like animal carcass that was discovered by the recorder of this video in an unknown location. Judging from the state of the carcass, it looks to have expired recently. Due to a lack of information from the source, this sighting remains a mystery. If you happen to know more about this dinosaur animal, do share with us down in the comments. Goat in hardened tar. This is a glimpse of what the consequences may look like when wastes like tar are disposed of carelessly. 6 months ago, a baby goat was rescued by a local farmer in South Africa after it was found stuck in hardened tar that had almost dried up. The farmer, along with a little help, dug this poor goat out from the tar and found its body to have turned into stone, with the hind legs completely stuck together. After a careful guide from the veterinarian, the baby goat was given an oil bath. Since she was starving and dehydrated, water and milk was given for nutrition. After 3 days of oil baths, the tar started to come off, and later, this baby goat was adopted by one of the rescuers and named Suri. 100-million-year-old fossil. Recently, Australian paleontologists reported the discovery of a complete skeleton of an ancient, large, long-necked marine reptile in the Queensland desert. After carbon dating, it was estimated to be about 100 million years old. Dr. Espen Knutsen from Queensland Museum Network commented that by unearthing fossils of this ancient Elasmosaurus could hold the key to finding other evolutionary mysteries. Elasmosaurus is a plesiosaur that coexisted with dinosaurs about 145 to 66 million years ago. Dr. Knutsen further added that it is rare to find a preserved head and body of an Elasmosaurus together, as these fragments are usually separated after death due to the long, slender neck of this animal. Moving on to the subscribers' pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. This picture was taken by a zoo visitor shortly after seeing this real-life living dinosaur that was presented in Austin, Texas. According to the Tiny Dinosaur Guardian, this dinosaur was not found in the wild, but created as a clone in the lab from DNA of a real dinosaur species called Mongolian velociraptors. Since the DNA is old, parts of it are degraded, so she looks different from her ancestors. He further added that the genetic code was changed in a way to benefit the health of this raptor. The details, however, of its size and behavior remain a mystery. Thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos.